Perfect. So, hello everyone, and welcome to our Wellness Wednesday. My name is Rebecca Caffiero, and just a little background on me: I am certified in holistic health and integrative nutrition, which means I am officially neurotic about health and food and everything we put into our bodies or expose our bodies to. So, my goal for tonight's call is just to share a little bit with you about ways to really have optimal health. And, you know, so many people think that our life is, it's health and it's relationships and it's work and it's all these things, but health is really the foundation for everything. Because if you don't feel good, you're probably not showing up good. If you don't feel good, it's rubbing off on your relationships, it's rubbing off on your work, it's rubbing off on your happiness. So my goal is to give you a few tools tonight to really set you up again for that optimal health so you can lead your best life. So first of all, I just want to talk about how optimal health looks. What is it? Because so many people are really struggling. They're struggling with low energy. They're struggling with lack of clarity. They're struggling with sugar cravings. They're struggling with all kinds of different things. And they might be clean eating. They might be working out, but they're not finding that balance. And that was me. Up until 3.5 years ago, I have been obsessed with health for a long time. I've been an organic eater. I'm soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. I'm actually vegan now, but for years I had cut out all the things, and yet I still was exhausted. I still was puffy, inflamed. I had skin issues. I had tummy troubles. I just was not a happy camper. And I knew that there was something better as far as my health, but I just didn't know how to achieve that. So what I have learned is that clean eating and exercise alone are not enough for optimal health. To have optimal health, you really need to address three factors. So one is toxicity. And this is all over the newspapers, the pesticides used in Roundup or the chemicals used in pesticides and the things that we're putting on our skin. So basically what we eat obviously is one of the largest inputs, but what we eat, what we drink, what we put on our skin, the air that we breathe, all of those things affect our health. All of those things affect how our body performs. So a little bit about toxicity is when you are exposed to something that's toxic. Maybe it's, you're eating a Snickers and it's the artificial sugars, or maybe it is the fact that you're breathing in pollution. Whatever that is, when your body takes in toxins and it can't process it, which is what happens, it puts it through your liver, and your liver actually creates more fat. And it's specific cells called obesogens, which sounds bizarre, but that's basically the visceral fat, the fat around the organ area. And it's the toxic fat because it's literally toxins enrobed in fat cells. So if you are toxic, you're probably experiencing low energy, or again, the cravings or the breakouts, even if you're eating clean. And even if you're eating absolutely perfectly, and I won't say no one's perfect, but I was eating very clean before. And what happens is toxicity actually affects your body's ability to break down and absorb the nutrients of what you're eating. Second thing is stress. Now, we all have stress, right? We have physical stress, we have emotional stress, we have relationship stress, we have financial stress. There's so many different areas that we experience stress. And that's not even if you have stress from maybe an injury or you're an athlete, you're stressing your body. So when our stress level or our cortisol level is high, what it does is it actually affects our body's human growth hormone. So a lot of people hear of human growth hormone as, oh, human growth hormone is to get big muscles. But what human growth hormone really does is, yes, it does affect our body's ability to put on lean muscle. But what it also does is it helps control our metabolism. So if you have high stress, even if you're working out and you're eating healthy, even if you're watching your calories, those stress levels are going to really affect your body's ability to create lean muscle and to control your metabolism. So you might be someone that works out and eats clean but has a hard time releasing weight, and it might be related to your stress. And then third is dense nutrition. So we are, especially as Americans, we tend to be one of the most overfed people and the undernourished. And just a few facts about that. Many people, what they're eating does not contain what they need. So even if you're getting enough calories, you're not getting the right amount of calories. So I like to say it's not about counting your calories. It's really about making your calories count. And also our food, back to the toxicity. I mean, so much of our food is very toxic. In fact, they're finding in umbilical cord blood from babies about 70 to 200, depending on when it's tested, toxins found in the umbilical cord of blood of a baby. Think about it. They've never even been out of their mother's womb, and yet their body's highly toxic from what their mother's eating. So our food source is often really compromised because of overfarming, because of chemicals. We're just not getting the nutrients that our body needs. So that's why you could have this beautiful, big, clean, organic meal. And even though it's healthy, you get finished and you're full, but you're still craving something. And that's a sign that you don't have the nutrients that you need. So let me just talk about how you can address all those things. Because again, if you don't address all three, you're never going to experience optimal health. So the first is through what something I call nutritional rebalancing, combined with intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting has been around forever. It has been practiced by Ayurvedic healers, combined with herbs, and it's a way of restricting the calories on a short-term basis, but it's the only thing that's really been proven to create longevity and lasting health. And I'm not talking about restriction, because I am not a person that likes to restrict. I'm a foodie. I'm a healthy foodie, but I'm a foodie. So what nutritional rebalancing and intermittent cleansing looks like is flooding the body with very, very dense nutrients that aren't packed in calories. So for example, in the normal calories someone might eat for one small healthy meal, packing in the nutrients of 3 to 5 plated meals. Think about it. When are you going to have the time and the energy or the money to sit down and eat 3 to 5 plated organic meals? That's what you would require to get all the nutrition in that you need in one meal with today's food source. So first of all, a little bit about nutritional rebalancing and what the idea is it is giving your body incredibly dense nutrition, meals that are formulated with the right amounts of healthy fats, of healthy proteins, of just a little bit of sugar, which supports brain health. It's about packing the nutrition with trace minerals, which actually carries nutrition to your cells. So all of those nerdy nutrition things aside, what does that look like? What does that mean to someone? Because it could be the best thing in the world, but if you have to go out and spend $5,000 and buying, all of these supplements and nutrients, and then you spend hours in the kitchen, no one's going to do it, right? It's got to be something that's sustainable, because that's the other side is we live in a very fast-moving society, a fast-moving culture. And that's why people are all about convenience stores and fast food. Now, it's not convenient when it gives you health issues, but it's fast. So how do we marry the two? How do we marry great healthy options with convenience? And that's, again, nutritional rebalancing. So let me walk you through what I experienced and what the average day looks like. So when I started nutritional rebalancing, I was highly motivated because I was getting married and I could not get rid of those last 10 fluffy pounds. And secondly, I was really exhausted. Didn't matter how much I slept, I would wake up tired. I'd wake up puffy. I'd wake up in a fog. I'd wake up with high levels of stress. And I just felt like I was just barely hanging on, and I'd get sick all the time. And I was drinking a green smoothie, and I was eating a salad for lunch, and I was eating fish and greens for dinner. I was doing everything that I knew how with my background in nutrition. And what I found when I started doing nutritional rebalancing and removing the toxicity and reducing the stress levels is within 5 days, I started to completely change how I felt. I started waking up with energy. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not craving sugar after every meal. I was feeling satiated. In fact, it's making me hungry right now just thinking about it, but feeling satiated and feeling so good. And not only did my skin clear up, not only did, of course, I release actually 18 pounds, more than the 10 I thought I needed to release, did I start putting on lean muscle. I mean, I'm 37 years old with a toddler, and I don't get a lot of sleep thanks to him, even though I love him so much. And I'm still a very functioning, very focused human being. So nutritional rebalancing a day, and it looks like this. You start the morning with a adaptogenic tea. That's an herbal tea with no caffeine, but it gives the body great energy because it also reduces the stress levels, which is what's so important. Tastes like apple cider, tastes great. And I usually drink that twice a day because I got to keep those stress levels down. And then a nutrient-dense superfood shake, which is non-GMO, no soy, no gluten, no artificial anything. I just want to put that in my body. I'm that nerdy mom that makes her own baby food because I don't even want to buy the shelf-stable organic food at Whole Foods. So you have that nutrient-dense meal and feel amazing. Now, one thing I will say is that everybody's a little different. We're all bio-individual. So different people are going to use things slightly differently. So this is my system. This is kind of the average system for the normal woman that's somewhat active. My husband, who's 6'8" and a former college athlete, does it a little differently. But the tea in the morning, the superfood shake, a healthy snack mid-morning. I love veggies and hummus. Some people like to do raw almonds or a little bit of dark chocolate, but just a really healthy, nice, balanced snack. And then usually I do a second shake at lunch because I am on the go, running a company, dealing with a little one. So it's all about convenience and getting those nutrients in a short amount of time without meal prepping and doing a bunch of dishes. Another snack in the afternoon, and then a healthy, balanced meal. So if someone's working out, adding in an extra snack, again, modifying it for your schedule. Because at the end of the day, again, if it's the most amazing thing in the world, which it is, but if it doesn't work in your life in a sustainable way, you're not going to stick to it. And this is really designed to help people by allowing them the flexibility to have a life still. And then let's talk about cleanse days. So cleanse days, first of all, it's not a poopy cleanse. It's a pee-pee cleanse. And what that means is it's not a digestive cleanse. So it's not cleaning out your colon or your digestive tract or your intestines. It's cleaning out your blood. It's cleaning out your lymphatic system, which is your body's waste removal system. So it's basically like taking out the trash, but not the poopy trash. So it is aimed at putting the body into what's called a state of ketosis. So you do 2-day cleanses a month. Some people can do 3, but just 2 days at a time. And you're still supporting it with nutrition, which means it's not a fast you don't eat or drink at all. So you have the tea, you can drink black coffee, special black coffee, because you want to not be adding toxicity back in. You can eat delicious chocolate, these great little crunchy snacks. I mean, there's several options. And then a beautiful aloe vera based drink that's just chock full of botanicals and the trace minerals throughout the day that's going to really support detoxification. And what happens is your body goes into that state of ketosis, but while your blood sugar is supported, so you don't get hangry, and your body starts to break down that visceral fat and it starts to detox. And as a result, energy levels improve, mental clarity improves, mood improves. I mean, who doesn't want to be in a better mood? Patience. How many of you are parents that want to be a more patient parent? But you just start seeing all of these things. And yes, people lose fat and you lose weight, but really weight is actually a side effect of a balanced body. I tell people weight is not a cosmetic issue. Weight is a health issue. So if your body is not balanced, if it's not alkaline, if it's highly acidic, again, it's going to be hanging on to things that it doesn't need. And that's often toxic fat and weight. So that's pretty much it for shake days and cleanse days. The average in clinical studies, they've done clinical studies. This is not one of those fad Instagram teas that you drink and end up in the bathroom all day. But in the clinical studies that have been done that compare this to the heart healthy diet, they found that the average person in their first 30 days will release anywhere from 7 to 13 pounds. Now, of course, everyone's unique. I've seen amazing results, but at the end of the day, what everybody agrees on, regardless of their weight loss goal or if their goal is to put on lean muscle, is that they feel healthy, they feel vibrant, they feel energetic, they just feel like the best version of themselves. I get so many texts saying, I didn't know I could feel this good. In fact, I had a girl that just got started and she's actually a nutritionist, which I love. I love working with people that are nerdy like I am. And she texted me today. She goes, is this legal to feel this good? She's like, I have tried everything out there and I cannot believe the transformation I'm having. And I love it. I love everyone getting healthy, but when someone that's already putting in so much time and effort to clean eating can make a small shift and see such amazing transformation in the way that they feel, that is awesome. So let's see. Let's talk about a couple of really frequently asked questions. We talked about the fact that it's non-GMO, it's soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. Also, for those of you that are vegans like myself, there's a vegan option or a vegetarian dairy-free option. So that's a little bit about just like why nutritional rebalancing works, but then why would this work better than, let's say, doing paleo or Whole30? Because I have a lot of people that do Whole30 and then find this because it's a lot more sustainable. So again, Whole30, let's just say you're a perfect eater, which is great. Whole30 is it's a great program to clean up your eating habits. But again, it doesn't address reducing the toxicity in the body and it doesn't address reducing the stress levels. So even if you're eating perfect food, you're only addressing 1 out of the 3 components of really vibrant health. Juice cleansing versus nutritional cleansing. So juice cleanses, again, I applaud you if you're doing one because you're trying to make an improvement in your health. And so I never want to criticize someone for maybe not getting set up with the best tools because everyone's doing the best that they can with what they have or what they know. So the issue with juice cleansing is one is it's typically very sugary and you really don't want to put that much sugar into your body. Like even the amount of sugar in an apple, like the superfood shakes have about 1/3 of the sugar that's in an apple. But juice cleanses, in addition to being very sugary, often people are doing them for 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And how that is dangerous is when you put your body into a state of ketosis, you can cleanse for up to 48 hours or 48 hours of fasting. anything over 48 hours is going to start actually breaking down your muscle. If you want to heal your metabolism, you want to release weight, you want to feel good, you want to put on lean muscle, the last thing you want to do is put your body into a fast where you're going to eat your muscle. And that's what will happen with a juice cleanse if you're not getting supported. So again, there's different systems for weight loss. There's systems for energy. There's systems for athlete or for healthy aging. There's Nobel Prize science behind this and a money back guarantee. That's the other thing is I always tell people that, I would feel horrible if someone tried something and didn't get great results. And I love the fact that there's a no compromise guarantee and that there's a money back guarantee. So if you are some genetic anomaly and this doesn't work for you, you have nothing to lose at all. And then also, let's talk about what getting started looks like. So this is not something that you can go buy at GNC. Some naturopaths and chiropractors do carry the line because this is all holistic health products. But basically how it works is you get set up with a wholesale account like Costco, to online shop like Amazon with wholesale products that have the quality and the customer service of Nordstrom's. So you just need to get back with anyone who invited you on this call or introduced you to this and ask them to help you set up your own account. There's actually a little promotion tonight. Normally there's a $29 membership fee. That's like a Costco fee. It pays your membership for the year, which gives you about 25% off the retail cost. And it's actually waived today for anyone that uses the code FAMILY. That's until 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So you've got about a little over 2.5 hours. But you basically get your own account and you have the autonomy to order what you want, when you want, but definitely reach out to who'll get you started so that they can make sure to get you really set up with the best system for your lifestyle, for your preferences, for your goals, for your habits. Then the second thing, so cost. Everyone wants to know cost. Absolutely. This is not, buying some magic pills or potions. This is replacing meals with real food. And in fact, I tell some people, depending on what you're eating, it's probably a lot more real food than what you might be eating now. And it's definitely going to be better for your body. There's different systems, again, based upon your goals. So for a complete system, and the reason I say system is that your body is a system, just like your car is a system. So you can't just take one product. You can't just take the ginkgo and expect that it's going to heal everything in your body. You really need a system that's going to address the complexity of your body for the foundation of health. So for a complete system that replaces 68 meals, your teas, and everything you need for your cleanse days, it starts at about $10 a day to replace 68 meals for the month. It's crazy. And then for people that are looking for something a little bit more comprehensive, or they want the convenience of not having to plan out their snacks, or they want the extra component of maybe some of the vitamins for healthy aging and for energy and brain support and hormone support and all of that good stuff, it ranges from 10 on up. It really depends upon, again, what you're looking for. So that's a little bit about the price. And then lastly, once you get your account set up, again, you can order what you want when you want. But the last thing I will say is this system has worked. It's scientifically backed. You got a 30-day money back. You have nothing to lose. But one thing I so recommend for people is even if you have exactly what you need to succeed, often we are the ones that get in our own way. So when I see people that have two friends or family members or maybe their spouse start with them for support, people that are going to be around them when you have a stressful day and you're like, yeah, I might fall back into my old habits until you've really changed your habits. Having some accountability partners can make the biggest difference in the world. So grab two friends, one in each hand, say, let's do this together. Let's, whether their goal is weight loss or it's energy, the amazing thing is a system can be utilized for different goals with some of the same components. And the other great thing is that if you refer two friends, it helps pay for about half of your system, depending on what you start with. So instead of starting for $10 a day, it could be $5. So there's some really, really generous thank you rebates because everything is word of mouth. And that's why I'm sharing with you now, because it's something I'm personally obsessed with. And I would do it even if I didn't get thanked for sharing. But the fact that they thank me just means I get to share it more. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I will be recording this call and posting into the Babe Believers group and Elevate and a few other groups. So feel free to share it with someone that might be interested in really taking control of their health and experiencing optimal health. Have a great night.